And we're back. And I believe Corin was just about to make a roll. You're gonna try and nurse this. You're taking the devil's bargain that is, I don't want no one but Corin.
I feel like there is
You're muted, Derek. Sorry.
Some kind of a song pun here, but I can't think what it is.
Yeah, there's a song I can't remember by the Cruel Sea, I think it is, and it goes, I don't care what they do, I'm never going to give myself up to anybody but you.
I was just trying to make Jolene scan in my head.
Yeah,
is the name. Corrine.
All right, risky standard.
Hold up there, friend.
Or
no, I think we will find that our engagement roll was 2. Which means it's desperate standard.
And what did we decide on rolling again?
That's up to you.
Yeah, that's up to you. We were just saying that skirmish doesn't sound like the thing you're doing because you're not being forceful about it.
No.
A perfect gentleman.
You had the whole break to decide, Derek.
So I'm wondering if I can command. Can I command her? Obedience with the force of my personality.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, again, more forceful than your description, but 100% you can do. Yep,
it is. I think I need to up my description a little bit so that I'm kind of imposing my will on her.
Yeah,
and maybe that's what she likes.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, sounds like a go.
So you said desperate?
Desperate. Standard.
And I'm taking that devil's bargain.
For dice. Hey, there you go.
Good.
Yeah. So now, yeah, you calm her. You have her in bonds. And she's ready whenever you want to take her into you.
So I have a something called a Spirit Bane charm.
What does that do?
I don't know. It was just part of my load.
Okay, it'll be listed in equipment.
It scares off ghosts.
It scares off ghosts.
You probably don't want to have that if she's
theoretically too.
No. I don't want to activate that.
Like, they're not that reliable.
So I think I'm going to sort of infuse my body with hers. So I'm going to take her into my chest, into my lungs. And she's going to sort of reside in me and sort of see through my eyes and be able to breathe with me and walk with me and
What action do you think that is? Because I know what I think it is.
Oh God.
I mean, does he have to roll? Given that we have an ability that explicitly lets us do that.
You just do it. You don't have to roll for it.
Yeah, I think I've rolled.
Yeah, like the command was to she's ready. So yeah, she's just so like what does it look? I mean, you'll have to deactivate you'll have to either deactivate or move away the thing.
Yeah, that won't be
the fence. So, and then you can do the thing.
Okay. All right. So I'm holding the spirit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like do you have that thing where like you do the countdown and a D has to like unplug the fence and
yeah.
And then you breathe her in.
We see her and like compared to all of the other ghost movements we've seen, she is this is definitely the most graceful. She lifts from the she lifts from her body like steam on a mist coming off of a frosted lawn on a winter morning. and descends into Corin, like through the like not through the mouth, but through the throat and into the chest. And Corin like shifts slightly, like just adjusts his weight, and yeah, just somehow moves slightly more fluidly.
Nice. She's classy.
Mm.
She's a classy dame.
Clearly chose the classiest vessels as well.
All right. I'm ready. I think it's time for I motion to Bella.
Where's the key action?
I mean, I'm outside.
Bell's is
Oh
out.
yeah, that's right.
Bell's is outside.
And I'm doing my own, because like here's the thing.
You're right.
We're in Silkshore. So I think Belle is just like on the other side of the street pottering around like an antique store.
Yeah.
and I'm looking for a gift that I think Kellen will appreciate.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's where you are when you see us like come out of the club, and we're like, where is Belle? Exactly.
And I've got like, you know, some kind of like weird arcane dude. It's like a horrible like voodoo doll type thing. Like admiring this puppet. Like, oh, Kellen could probably use this.
It's clearly like a used one, and it's like got like a blood stain on the mouth where like the real person probably like coughed up a bunch of blood.
I mean, that proves that it works.
Yeah.
Right? Like, It's a piece of Duskwall history.
Yeah.
Corin,
so I think I like take it and I go up to like the person who owns the antique store.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, that one seems to be stained. Here, let me.
No, this one will be fine. I have very good dishwashing. I'm sorry.
She
not,
says,
not from around
yes,
here.
I can find. She says, oh yes, we have bric-a-brac over here, including lots of kitchenware.
No, sorry. I have cleaning supplies at home. This one will do fine, but a small discount maybe.
And she's like, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
It brings down the tone a little. This one, I think Belle holds it up and like. Something about the vibe of Belle just like emphasizes how like gruesome it looks. Brings down the tone a little. I will take it off your hands.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm sorry, things are maybe a little different where you're from. So this one is sixpence.
Yes.
Right, which is the price that was marked, right? She just explains to you the price on the thing.
Yeah, and I think Belle like nods and is like and like starts like fishing around in their pockets for like some spare change.
Yeah. And like it's not hard to find that change, right? Like it's not expensive.
Cool. Yep. I'm gonna just put that in my item list.
Cool. Yeah.
And then I think that's when you hear you get like a sharp elbow in your side as well, and you're like, and it's a deeming like, where like what is that weird thing that you've got? But
I think it's like you elbow me and I spin around and like it's like high level.
It's like, oh, gross. All right, but we need the key.
I am buying a gift for my friend. All right. And I like tuck it away inside my like big sweater.
Well, Belle, when you buy my gift, can you make sure that it's something edible and doesn't look like that?
For you, I already know. And I like tap the side of my nose. I have a plan.
Why does that sound so intimidating?
And I like lean in and I whisper, "Is surprise." Look, Belle knows about giving gifts. This is a whole thing.
So Corin comes up very gracefully and says,
You glide through the door, right?
With all haste, we must travel to our destination.
Right.
We hear like the door closes behind you in the shop, and we hear like the sound of like several hands like on glass, and the woman behind the counter is like, oh god, they're back, and like she just hides behind the counter.
Belle just like turns absently and like looks at the glass.
Yeah, there's two ghosts like plastered with their hands and faces plastered up against the glass, staring at Corin.
Belle?
I'm so tempted. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. Let me just check a thing. I'm so tempted. Oh dear. Yeah, how does this work again? Yep. Yeah, so I think they're like like on the glass, and we can see like the frost like spreading from where they're touching, and it's all
they're perfectly still.
Yeah,
staring.
I think Belle just like shakes their head and like sighs and is just like, no manners at all. Ugh. You there? And just like makes like direct eye contact with one of them.
Yeah, this figure of an old man with skin sagging inches off his face and like patches of hair, and deep sunken eyes with pits of icy blue, staring in like just his eyes shift, right? Just from...
Grandfather, this is no place for you. This is not what you should be doing. Come here, please.
Yeah, he starts to move through the thing, and like as he does so, the glass seems to like just strip the skin off of him, and like leaves him with like a skeletal and with like all the muscle and sinews over the bones.
Yeah, and I think Belle just like reaches inside their jacket and pulls out, and we've seen one of these before, a spirit bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And just like uncorks it and is like, oh, grandfather, this is no good. You've left your skin outside.
We just see the skin fall down on the window.
You've forgotten how to move through walls. This is it's no good.
And immediately the young woman ghost that was next to it starts like eating this ghost skin.
This is no good for you. There is a safer place for you. I will take you there, but I am going to need you to get in the bottle.
What role is this?
This is a tune, because I have compel.
Right, you have compel.
So I'm forcing it to appear and obey a command I give it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a tune. What's my position?
Your position for this one is desperate because it's ready to just like leap at Corin.
Okay.
It looks at you. It looks at Corin. A couple of teeth like fall out as it as its like tongue pushes its teeth out and.
What is my effect?
I mean, great.
Cool. Yep. Also, I'm just gonna mark that spirit bottle. All right. It was great. Derek, would you like to spend a stress to help me?
You're muted, Derek.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, and I think what that looks like is like in that moment where it's like distracted looking at Corin, Belle like starts like two-tone humming, and it's just like there. It's almost as though it has just been like physically struck.
Yeah.
There's just like this sudden like it snaps to attention as the whistle hits it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and because it wasn't braced against it, it just like hopefully just falls sway to my will. Am I gonna push myself? I don't think I need to. I mean, I'll entertain some devil's bargains if anyone has a good one, but like otherwise, I'm not like overly...
Devil's bargain. The woman ghost becomes interested in what's happening inside.
Because I can just catch her as well. It's like Pokemon.
I mean, how many spirit bottles do you have? 2. All right. I mean, that's the devil's bargain that I'm putting on the table, is that she's going to come in and try and like she's going to be interested in you.
That's fair,
right? She's going to want to.
I'm pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I can help with that if she comes in.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I need it.
I can panic and make things harder.
I don't think I need it. I'm happy with 4 dice. I think 4 dice will be fine. Touch wood.
Sure.
Sorry, Derek.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I mean, I did it.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah. Let's have a look. Desperate. I mean, yeah. So, I mean,
is the complication here just like the lady comes in after it?
No. The complication here is that it leaps. Is that like it scares from the sound and leaps and like leaps. I mean, Corin's full.
Yeah.
I think it leaps at a D, and like just like
Sure.
tries to
Yeah.
possess her,
Yeah,
right? And that can't happen, and it's gonna be pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, yep.
Because it's like pouring all of its energy into like I need to be in a body. I need to be something like this is bad. There's level 3 harm coming at a D, which is like organ rupture.
Oof. Yeah,
It's
from
like
all
the,
the,
it's like the whole
spirit
body
energy.
is like no, it doesn't work. I'm
Cool.
full of
I would like
water.
to resist on a D's behalf.
Well,
Sure.
I was going to do
Oh,
that.
okay, if you would like to,
Yeah.
that's also fine.
Corin has a move, right? Is that
Yeah. So when I protect a teammate, I take 1+1D to my resistance roll.
So do you throw yourself in the way, or
Um,
like how are you doing it?
Heck it. I think my whip comes out of nowhere and
Cool.
crackles with energy and
Right.
wraps around its neck and
strangle
So
it?
here's the deal: if you're resisting it down, right? So you're directing so when you're doing the defense, you say I'm going to take this harm instead of the other person, and then I'm going to resist it down. So you're going to take level 2 harm of some kind. What does that look like? And it doesn't have to be the same sort. It doesn't have to be like ghost damage. It might be that like you get like broken glass all over you or something, right? Like it's level 2 harm.
Does the fact that Derek has potency against supernatural threats mean that he takes no harm and it just cancels?
He has potency against supernatural threats. It cancels.
Right.
So yeah, if you resist, then you can just cancel the damage altogether.
Okay.
So roll a resistance for that one.
And you get plus 2D from the crew,
Yes.
plus your 1D for bodyguard, plus whatever you're using to resist.
Yeah. So you should be pretty good here. What do we think this is? Do we think this is resolve or?
It sounds like prowess. Like
prowess?
it sounds like
you're using your
pretty
whip.
straightforward.
Yeah,
like-
it's prowess. Yep.
So I just click on the prowess.
Yep. And you've got 3 bonus dice,
3.
which is huge.
Mhm. Huge.
There you go. There's a 6. You take no stress.
No stress.
from this
Right.
at all.
Nice.
So you have this old man skeleton, skinless person, like bound in your whip.
I'm sick of this, and I'm just
Well,
gonna.
no, because I did get my success.
You did get your success, so then you can just put it into.
Yeah, and so I think
Yeah.
and so I think the hum just like changes pitch,
Yep.
and the ghost just like whoosh,
Yep.
into the bottle,
Yep. Yep.
and I
Yep.
just like whoop,
Yep.
and tuck it away in my coat.
And the woman ghost just like sees this, finishes stuffing his skin into her cheeks, and then just like flees.
Yeah, Belle just like waves as she goes.
And then you find a D and the shopkeeper like huddled in a corner.
Yeah, because the thing like leapt for you, like yeah.
Yeah.
I think Belle turns around to the lady who owns the
They're
place,
like comforting each other.
reaches out and grabs like a small knickknack that they've also spotted,
Yeah.
and just takes it and is like, "You're welcome."
Yeah, she goes, and like she definitely is like 2p.
Yeah.
And Belle just like looks at her like really.
Yeah.
Corin places a hand on Belle's wrist, on forearm, and says, "Dear, I think we'd best be on our way."
Yes. And yeah, I think Belle wanders back out onto the street. And yeah,
There
sounds
is
like-
so Belle.
Mhm.
There is 100% a spirit warden cart. Oh no, sorry, not here. I think you can hear one in the distance.
Mm. Yeah, and so I think I like quickly start like scouting about trying to find a doorway that echoes and like sings in my hearing in the same way that like other entrances to the ghost vault do.
What is that? What does that?
I
Do you
think
get
yeah,
it
like
for
I
free?
want to open a door.
Do you get that for free, or do you have to attune for it?
I mean, I have to do something for it
Yeah.
to use the key. I feel like this is actually survey
That was what I was wondering.
to
Yeah.
find the
Let's-
doorway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Position?
I think we're back
Like
to
how
risky.
close to the spirit wall?
I think we're back to risky.
Okay. Yep.
Can I help?
Effect?
Standard.
Yep. Cool. Works for me.
Silkshore's got lots of weird doors.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Can I help?
Push for desperate great.
Yes, you can if you're helping scout. Yeah, definitely. Just
I want to push.
spend a stress and then Luke can add an extra dice.
Yep. All right, I did that.
Do I want to push? I mean, it's not really going to get... Like, I can't think of what great effect would look like here that would make it worthwhile. So I think I'm just going to stick with risky. And then that was one bonus die, Derek.
Yep.
Let me just quickly check a thing. Do I have any abilities that are relevant here? I do not. Cool.
4.
I'll take it.
There are a couple around here.
Hmm.
Most of them are in private residences, right? Like,
Yeah.
not on the street. There's one in the shop you were just in, though.
Let's do that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
in
fuck
a-
it.
Yeah, it's in a. It's in like a. What's the word? Is there a
Nope.
cubby? A cubby.
Amazing.
Even better.
It's so the door is what? 3 feet high.
Yeah.
There's no way Belle can go through that door.
I would like to resist that.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah.
And here's how I'm going to resist this. I don't know that Belle's bones are necessarily entirely rigid like normal bones anymore.
Uh-huh.
Like, Belle came back pretty fucking, like,
Yep.
changed. So I think, like, yeah, like, I think there's a moment. There's a moment where it looks like that.
physical
And then, like,
effect.
yeah, it's totally prowess. And, then it's like, and it's really, like, awful.
You like dislocate everything and then relocate them.
I don't think it
after.
even dislocates. I think it just, like, bends. Which is even worse, honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah, let me just quickly check. Do anything? Yes, I get +1 die because we are forged in fire.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. No stress taken.
Yep. No harm, no foul.
All right.
Yeah, and so Belle is like looking around the street and it's like that one doesn't seem really into it, and then like hears the noise from behind and just turns around, walks back into the shop past the lady, stoops down and rocks back on their heels like in front of the little cubby, and just like pulls out again like from like and like pulls it off their tongue, this like weird icy key. And then just like starts like humming this weird like atonal buzzing noise, and just like puts it into nothing and just opens the door.
Yep.
And then yeah, we all go into the ghost field. Ooh.
I mean, do you all go into the ghost field? You
I mean,
go into the ghost field, don't you?
I go into the ghost field. I don't know about anyone else.
It's probably a bit of a squeeze for Corin too. But
Yeah.
I think probably
But
managed.
Your perfect posture
Doesn't
helps
wait.
you.
Yeah.
You're muted, V.
And then Adi closes the cubby door on you guys.
Just like, fuck them.
Yeah, I think there's like it's Adi's turn to go in, and then there's like like a weird spooky thrum woo
It's
that
probably
comes out,
Belle. Yeah.
and then yeah, it's probably just Vel, but then Adi's just like that thing we saw, those 2 things that just left at us. There's probably 300 more in there, so Adi just like, I'll see you at the clubhouse, and then
Excellent.
Oh no.
I don't think Belle even notices. Like they're
Car-
already, as Corin's coming through, Belle is already like 10 steps ahead.
like-
This is eerily familiar since the last
I
time.
know.
I think Adi really like actually meant to go through this time, but just the paranoia was too great.
Just spooked.
It does spook.
So Corrin, as a vessel, ruptures near instantly, and and the spirit of Zamira starts to just like permeate and bond with Corrin, creating some strange new Gestalt entity that is inseparable.
I love it.
So good.
Haven't we previously established that when we go into the ghost city, we are still physical objects?
Yes, you're still people with spirits when you go into the thing. You're not people with two spirits when you go into the thing. There are two spirits inside Corrin that is also in the spirit world. There's way too much. Like it's like
Spirit,
saying,
like, slushes.
yeah, it's kind of like you suddenly took a balloon into a vacuum, right? There's way too much pressure inside to contain that. So like, if you feel free to resist that consequence. I'm just saying that that's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
So,
if you don't want that to happen, right? Like, because it's gonna fuck up your mission.
So, maybe some way that I can relieve some of this pressure is to be a little bit more like Zamira than
Right?
like,
Yeah. That sounds like insight. To me.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a resistance.
It's all about your understanding.
Yeah, you kind of like move into the to flow with her movement and all of those sorts of things.
Yeah. I can get down with that. Okay, an insight.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, just click on the insight thing.
What?
You get plus
you
one
have
die.
one bonus dice from the crew.
Okay.
Because you're forged in fire.
You always get one.
Is there anything else?
Resistance rolls.
I don't know if we have any other things that will help you with an insight roll.
I mean, I could help.
We do we?
Can you help on a resistance?
As far as I can remember, the Devil's Bargain push yourself help stuff is available on everything.
Okay, cool. Well, then...
I am just going to quickly double check because I think that is like an important.
So,
it's important.
It's kind of how we've been playing, but yeah.
Yeah. What is that section?
Yeah, right. I'm like,
help,
where would
help isn't in the index? What the fuck, John?
Because it's called aiding or assisting.
Is it?
It's called something else.
That's so annoying.
Look, it's not the 5th edition index, so
That's
don't
true.
complain.
can I maybe? I feel like Zamira is kind of like Adi's grandma. Can I channel that a little bit? Can I channel my
so Adi is Zamira is let me give you some tags for Zamira. Give me a second. She is
There we go.
what's the word I want? Like
matronly?
yeah, well no. She's luxurious, but also like self-assured and like takes no shit.
I love her already.
She very much enjoys things, but also is not letting you. No one is taking her wine.
The feeling is mutual.
Okay.
So
She is in control, and this is like she's very much used to being like the matriarch of a house.
How in order to get an extra bonus dice, how much percentage do I need to be Zamira, and how much percentage do I
You need to be basically 50-50, right? That's the thing.
is this the
But you need
Devil's
to,
Bargain?
but here's the this is for the devil's bargain. The thing is, if you're too much Samira and not enough Corin, there's going to be like repercussions later, right? Because you're going to lose some of yourself.
Okay.
So you've got this tightrope to walk.
So 50-50. All right.
You got to find the middle
And
space.
do we want to make a clock for that?
Yes.
Because that feels like
that feels exactly like a clock.
12-tick clock that's like
It starts at 6. Yep.
and needs to keep the needle in the middle. I think.
I like that plan. All right.
So assist can't be used except on action rolls. Push yourself can.
Right. Okay.
It's on anything.
Even though you usually don't want to, because it's usually not the best way to do it. Karin / Zamira. Currently
Zamira.
6 out of 12.
Yeah.
So
good.
yeah. If you do things that are Corin-like, you'll move it up, and if you do things that are Zamira-like, you'll move it down. And if you end up too far at either side, there's going to be problems.
Yeah, like a 3 to like the 3 at 3 and 9 of the
3
clock.
and 9, yeah.
Bad shit starts happening.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay.
This is good. It's so easy to offer Derek devil's bargains now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
They're all the same devil's bargain.
But all
Mhm.
equally bad.
Yep.
Excellent.
So yeah, roll the resistance to see how much stress it costs you to like get into this balancing act.
What did we say? Prowess?
Insight.
Inside.
Insight.
And you have 1 bonus dice on it. So that's 2 stress
2
because
stress.
you get a 4.
Nice.
Okay.
Gosh, you have to be careful now, Derek.
Yes.
You've always...
Careful, Derek.
Right? Yeah. So, so if you hit 3 or 9, there will be like permanent changes to your character.
Got it.
And 6 or 12 mean like the erasure of one of these people.
Well, 12.
Sorry.
12
0
or
or 12. 0 or 12.
Yeah.
If it goes all the way to 0, you take level 4 harm. Soul obliterated.
And
Yeah.
you lose your mind. Yes.
Yeah. So, you step out onto the street you step out of a garden, right? Because the cubby's equivalent in the old place is a garden. Is in a garden. And it has a whole bunch of terracotta gnomes in the garden, and they all like turn and look at you as and one of them's got like their face chipped off and whatnot, and yeah, they just look at you being like, what the fuck?
Corin
Belle
says,
has a spirit tulip in their hand and is just like sniffing it and like gazing wistfully off up at the sky.
In the sky in the spirit world is a horrible maelstrom of death and madness.
I said what I said.
Yeah, I know.
I also but actually, like, it totally still has a sun in it too, right?
Yes,
Because the
yes.
place is still from the past. So
Yeah.
like,
Well, I think it has a shattering sun,
it constantly, yeah. And so,
Yeah.
like that
Bella's
bit in
just,
Doctor Who.
Yeah, Bella's just gazing wistfully up at the shattering sun, smelling a like ghost tulip.
Corin, you come out into the thing and collect yourself.
Corin looks around at the garden and says, well, this is lovely.
This is
and-
true. I almost wish we could just stay and sightsee for a bit, but
Oh no, dear, we must deliver this spirit to its resting place. Come,
this
Belle.
would be a lovely place to take a rest.
Oh no, this is we have a job to do.
All right. And
Come-
yeah, like Belle like kind of like shakes like a horse like getting a fly away, and like comes back to like, okay, no, we're here. Something is happening.
The
Corin-
distant
I think
sound
Corin
of like
slips his-
crashing
Corin
waves.
slips his hand through your elbow.
Yeah, and I think Belle like hands you the tulip, and is like, for the lady.
Oh, thank you, dear. It's lovely.
In the distance, you
This
hear
is the
crashing
cutest.
waves.
Waves.
Yeah, like an unsettled sea.
Bell lets out like a nostalgic
Hmm. So what's the plan? You're
I would think we're literally just gonna like cross
Walk.
this bridge here.
you're not.
Go, no,
No, that bridge has been blown up.
that bridge,
Uh
Ah.
huh.
Not a
the
bridge.
Silk Shore one.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Oh.
What about this other one?
Also blown, like destroyed, knocked down, blown up.
These fucking ghosts.
They've made things a lot
You
harder.
go and check the other bridge.
We're not the only
It's-
bridge
it's-
destroyers in this world.
Every bridge in Ghost
Yep.
Duskfall has been trashed.
And
And in the canals, right? There are all of these ghosts, like just thrashing about in the water where the bridges were, like crazed. What are the fish? The
Piranhas?
like crazed piranhas. I think they're continually consuming the stone from the bridges. Just in this like there's this thing where like the bridge like seems to like reappear for just a moment and then like collapses down again as these ghosts eat it again.
I think Bell, like, very genuinely, like, the contentment intensifies. Bell is just like, yes, it's just like when I was lost in the Void Sea recently. This is very familiar.
Mhm.
Chimera starts to get a little bit unnerved, and he pulls out her whip, and just starts to sort of coil it around his hand and look at it and just sort of worry it a little bit,
Yeah.
like someone would worry a knitting needle.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
he starts to look about for a boat.
Cool. That sounds like his surveying.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question about the nature of Ghostfall and the real Duskfall.
Yeah.
Do the ghosts so I can wreck an area to make ghosts to make it enticing to ghosts. Would that affect Ghostfall at all? Or will
Yes,
it just be...
it would affect Ghostfall in a kind of weird way. It would have a similar effect to what's actually happened, right? Like the bridge being torn down has let out a bunch of ghosts that have got this like feeling about that have got a feeling about bridge wrecking.
Yeah, right.
About bridge
Those
destruction.
Bridges are for wrecking.
Yeah.
Right? If you were to start wrecking something else, a bunch of ghosts would like come and like they'd kind of like come and examine it. In the like any ghosts that were in the real world would come and look at that, and that would kind of echo into feeling on the other side.
Cool.
So yeah.
Because I'm feeling at some point a D needs to get across the city as well. And a ghost related distraction
Oh god.
could work for both sides.
Certainly
I'm
could.
imagining.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
A dear.
A
So
deer.
you should do that survey.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, Corin should do a survey.
Okay. Risky standard?
Yes. I think. I mean, it's a I think it's risky standard. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Corin or the mirror?
Well, this is a Corin action.
Cool. So let's move that towards. That's 7 now.
We're going up for
Corin is
for
up.
Corin?
Zamira is down.
Okay.
This is Corin's force of personality, right? So like, if
Yeah.
Corin's force of personality is empty, it's all Zamira.
Yes.
Cool. So every time you're doing an action, I'm going to ask you that question.
Yep.
That is actually really, really fun.
It is. Can I get any bonus dice from this? I can spend a stress, which I don't want to do because I'm running out of stress.
Could I help?
Yes.
Sorry?
You could help.
Here's the thing. I think Belle is very distracted.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I think Belle is just literally now like standing on the edge, gazing out at where the like bridge is like half reforming and then getting consumed again, and just like just like wistfully like humming some kind of like children's like nursery like lullaby from Skovlin as they just like stare out at like the churning, frothing undead sea. And they're just like
All right. It sounds like you're on your own, Karen.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
having a good time, having a good
Yeah.
Ep8.3.
Yeah. Let me have a look here. What can I do with that? So this is, we're only on risky, so it's not. Okay. So, there is absolutely a boat in a like nearby. There's a gondola.
Yay!
That's in like it's in like a gondola repair shop.
Right.
They have to exist. This is
Sure.
Silk Shore, right?
Oh no,
It's-
totally. I'm just trying to think in the same way that like a lutist is a person who makes violins. What is the word for a person who makes and repairs gondolas?
The thing is, do you know what I
I'm gonna
think?
Google.
I think
I'm
that
gonna
this
Google
is,
this.
this
I actually
is
care.
there is like the shop is actually like up. It's on the land, right? But it has like guides to like guide the gondolier up and down, and 100% that gondolier like in the real world, right? This gondolier like people use these gondolier shops to like if someone steals a gondola and they need to like get the cops off their back, they can like drive the gondola into one of these shops. They'll paint it, give it new registration. They'll come back out. They'll lose all their stars.
It's like Grand Theft Gondolier.
All right, so there's a gondola repair shop. The only
man.
that is that appears to be like that appears to be full of like there seems to be a dead body in like one side of the gondola repair shop in the ghost world, and like pouring out of it there are these like crab legs coming out of the like center of it, and they're like just continually grabbing at everything inside the shop.
Wikipedia is deeply disappointing me.
Surely it's just like a shipwright or something.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes
Gondola right.
In Italian, there has to be a more specific
Yeah.
word for it. Like,
Yeah.
I know this exists. I just needed to find it. Manufactures gondolas.
Nice.
Don't mind me.
So yeah,
Chimera
so like
is going
there's
to-
these huge crab legs that like there's clearly a demon doing something in there.
Right.
Cool. We
See,
should be
this-
friends with it.
Adi made the right decision, I feel.
Yeah, if you want to do your thing now, Adi.
Okay. Yeah.
Does it seem like the kind of demon that might be able to help us get across the water?
I mean,
You have to pay it in
it could
some
easily
sort of.
it could easily reach across at least this bit of water. But like I think Bells has an understanding that like all the bridges in the city are broken.
Oh, that's really. I think Belle's actually really kind of mad. Like, this is their ghost city. Fuck off, ghost.
Piss off, ghost.
That's right. How dare you?
All right. So Adi, are you making a ghost distraction? Is that the plan?
Yeah, so there's a lot of spirit wardens around, right? But they're not
Well-known ghost
particular.
distractor, Adi Feld.
Yeah, well, they might not exactly like. They're probably not looking for a D. So I want to get somewhere in Crow's Foot towards like Charter Hall.
Yeah.
Like maybe near this park here.
What's that building, Luke? Do you remember what that building is?
What,
This
this
big one.
building?
Yeah,
The square one.
it's something.
It definitely is. For a moment, I thought you were pinging the watchtower, and I was like, no, it can't be that.
No.
The four. That's the it's the Red Sash Sword Academy.
That's
But-
right.
It's the headquarters of the Red Sashes.
Yes, that's what it is.
So the Red Sashes, they're good at fighting, yes?
They're good at sword fighting, specifically.
Also, they're a tier 2 gang.
They are.
Well, this park next to them.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
A D is
In case this is a factor that would make a difference to you,
yes.
do you see the building on the other side of the park?
This one here. Yeah.
Yep, that's an orphanage.
Oh, yeah. That... I hear Nightfall in the back of my mind.
Oh,
Just so you know, it is. It's not technically an orphanage. It is a school for orphans
right.
that teaches them to work and then teaches some of them to be
What's its
lookouts and runners and pickpocket.
What's its name?
Great.
It's called Strathmill House.
Okay, it's not the one I'm thinking of. No, that's somewhere
No,
else.
it's
isn't
not. It's not the Canterhaid
it? School for
orphan-
Wayward Youths.
No.
Oh no! All right,
This one is mostly legit and
Okay.
and a workhouse feeder, and then only partly supplies gangs with liquor.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go
This
to the
bottom
other
one?
side of the academy. Yeah,
Right. So the residential bit here.
Mhm.
yeah. Or this park actually might be all right. All right, no, let's do this park down here. I've decided. A D crosses the bridge, drops down into some bushes, and then pulls from like her little like rogue sack. These two, it's like fine wrecking tools. It's these like long metallic contraptions with like a bit of concentrated alchemicals at the top. And she's got like 3 of those, and she like places them in a triangular space. And then flicks this a switch on all 3, and as soon as all 3 light up, it like explodes with ghostly energy. That makes that area like enticing to ghosts. But she's got to make an escape as well.
Yeah.
I think
Uh-huh.
that's if it's a devil's like I could say that they remotely control, but I might want to take it as a devil's bargain that like
I mean,
this
you're gonna have to roll
requires-
something, whether it's wreck or scramble. That's up to you.
Yeah. Well, the move that I have is so I'll read. It's my special ability.
Yeah.
I have a ghost ward. I know how to wreck an area with arcane methods.
So you have to roll the wreck. Okay.
Yes, I will roll the wreck
Yep.
for this.
And yeah, if you want a
Oh,
devil's
wow.
bargain, no remote detonation.
Yeah.
So that would
and,
require you to then also
like prowl out of there or something.
prowl, or actually, I think the answer is you'd have to resist the consequence of being blown up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, it depends what kind of a
Mm.
wreck it is.
That's true.
I mean, you're sort
Well,
of
the wreck-
an explosion.
It's like a ghostly. It just makes the area attract ghosts.
Yeah. All right.
Is the effect.
I think the answer then is is that like it'll be like a chill wind, right? And you risk frostbite.
Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Yeah.
I would like to posit that we also totally hear in the background a humming noise that's like really reminiscent to that
Oh yeah.
the
Yep.
awful atonal one that Belle does
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes.
In my head,
Human-
it's like a frosty willy willy.
Hmm.
I love it. So that's a devil's bargain. I will take that. And I will also position and effect.
Position for this one. I mean, you're on a major thoroughfare.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's desperate.
Mm-hmm.
In a park.
In a park, right? There's no much cover.
Yeah.
There's a young couple canoodling in like the
this
bushes.
This is
like,
desperate, but it's great.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm gonna push myself.
Cool.
there's totally some blue coat who's gotten the like plush assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Just like patrol the park.
I have a really interesting question.
Yeah.
Are these trees on the map?
Yes.
Are
I
they?
think so. Aren't they?
Look, it's complicated.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
There is one.
Hold on. I
there's
actually can't
one
push
part-
myself, can I? Because I have the devil's bargain extra die.
You can't
Yes.
push yourself and have
Yeah.
a devil's bargain. No.
Yeah, you're right. So
Yeah,
I will
there's-
take the devil's bargain.
Mhm.
Because I don't
Yeah.
know. That sounds fun.
Here we go. There's one park in the city that has actual
trees. That will
And
be
they're
that'll be the
deadly
one in
po-
Brightstone because that
Yeah,
was the one that
they're
everyone was a shit
deadly.
about.
poisonous and fucked up,
Yeah.
and then the rest of them have all like horrible, dead, twisted trees, just like the ones in the Deathlands, probably.
Yeah.
Right, so they are husks of trees.
Yeah,
I wonder
exactly.
what the ghost version of those are. Anyway, I'm going to roll my rec.
Yeah.
I mean, it is also just like when we talk about the ghost city, it's important to clarify it is not as straightforward as like
Good.
just
I
like
did
an
bad.
alternate dimension.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's a
it
whole
is
other-
slices of the past of Duskfall all weirdly piled up and laid on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there may not be an equivalent to every given place. Oh boy.
Ah,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not great.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Gosh, and it was
Oh,
desperate.
boy.
And it was desperate
So,
too.
Yeah.
Are
You
these
maybe-
like...
You maybe should have traded effect for position and gone
Ah.
for standard risky.
Yeah, but you would have got
Possibly.
XP for that.
Yeah,
It's
I
true.
didn't... Yeah. So are these like shaking a little bit as she's doing this and is like,
Oh boy.
really not the best day?
Oh.
So,
She's paranoid. today.
let me have a look here because like there's the obvious one that I'm not interested in.
Mm-hmm.
We are due a break.
Let's take a break and we can work out what the consequences are during the break. We'll be back shortly.